Hello guys, welcome back to Fitter After 50 UK. I'm Craig and it's time for the June fitness review where I look back at the numbers that I had in June, compare them to May and see whether I'm moving forwards, standing still or going backwards. The June was always going to be an interesting month because I was going on holiday. I had a week in Turkey, also a bit of a calf problem. So I was balancing work, recovery and holiday and trying to keep my momentum going after a strong May. So let's break down the stats and see exactly how my month went. So looking at the start, that's just been up. I ran for 60.72 kilometres. I hiked for 22.95 kilometres and I cycled for 62.67 kilometres. So overall, I covered 146 kilometres through running, walking, hiking and cycling. Would I like to have done more? Obviously. I was on holiday for a week. I managed to stay active. However, the weather has been horrendous right through June, so that's cost me a few days. So looking at my running review of June, I ran 60.72 kilometres. Sorry, I'm looking at the stats. May, I ran 68.35 kilometres. So I'm down about 7 kilometres. Looking back, June last year I only ran 31.44, so I've doubled that in a year. First glance, it looks a wee bit disappointing, but when you dig a bit deeper, there is a bit of context behind that. June weather has been horrendous. So there's some mornings I've got up, looked out the window, it's been pouring rain, high winds, and you think, no, not today. I had 11 running sessions in June, I had 14 running sessions in May, so that's a couple of days I've lost with the weather. I was away in Turkey for a week, but I did run most mornings in Turkey. But looking back at June 2025, when I only ran 31.44 kilometres, I've doubled that in a year. So that tells me, despite the holidays, injuries, and obviously work, which comes first and foremost, the trend is I'm heading in the right direction. Now, without doubt, the highlight of my month in June was breaking my parkrun personal best for 5 kilometres. I ran 26:44 at the start of June for my parkrun. Just absolutely blown away by that. If you followed the channel for a while now, you'll know I've had injury setbacks. And I've lacked a bit of motivation to do the longer distances over the last few weeks. So I'd questioned whether I was actually improving, where your level 2 runs, if they were actually doing any good. This proved that they were doing. It reminded me that consistency is paying off. Not every week, not every day, but over time, your hard work will start to show. So I was delighted with my parkrun personal best. So moving on to walking and hiking, this month I covered 22.95 kilometres, which is slightly higher than May. I managed one Monroe Mountains sort of thing this month. It was actually in Turkey. The video has been posted on the channel, so go and have a wee look at that. Considering I was away the week, did okay. I didn't record any of my walking sessions when I was in Turkey. One thing I have learned is fitness isn't just about running. Walking will keep you going there as well. Getting out for a walk, climbing a hill, spending time outdoors, all contributes to your overall health, fitness and mental fitness. Your body does need those low impact activities. It really does. On to cycling, that's where I lost most distance this month. Last month I cycled 106 kilometres. This month it was just 63. I was only out on the bike 3 times in June. Again, the weather was horrendous. Turkey played a huge part. Obviously, I couldn't take the bike to Turkey and cycle. The positive thing I've got to look at is I kept cycling in the mix. I didn't completely stop. And maintaining those habits is often more important than chasing big mileages every month. I have plans to to continue my cycling this month, hopefully. So the honest bit, if I'm being completely honest, June was a strange month. Parkrun was fantastic, my personal best. My holiday in Turkey was fantastic. I've done some cracking running out there and hiking. I stayed active throughout the whole month. I did work quite a few days because of my runner shifts. I wasn't able to get out as often as I could. But there are also frustrations. One thing that's bothering me is my running. When I headed out, I really never felt capable of running much further than 5-6 kilometres. I was struggling to complete any runs beyond that. Don't know if it's the heat, the humidity, but in my head just now, I'm struggling to run more than 5 and 6k. I just didn't seem to have the endurance, the confidence to push past that. I don't know whether it's to do with the holiday, fatigue lingering, work commitments. I just couldn't be bothered. It's definitely a psychological thing. I've still been doing my runs, my 5-6Ks. I haven't went beyond that in June. I think it's getting back to, I need to go back to doing a couple of zone 2 runs. But it's definitely something that I have noticed, and it has bothered me this month. So that's one of the reasons I want to focus in July, is maybe try and get into a couple of longer zone 2 runs. So lessons I've learned in June: consistency matters. It doesn't matter if it's walking, running, cycling, hiking. Just getting out, keeping active, keeping fit keeps me physically going and mentally going. You don't have to stop when you go on holiday. You can go out walks, you can go out wee runs. Personal bests are still possible after 50, which I proved, but my longer runs do need attention. We'll see how we get on in July. So my goals for July is just keep running, try and keep over my 60 kilometres a month, try and get back into my longer zone 2 runs, keep my park runs going as often as I can, try and keep cycling. I have done a couple of Monroes this month already for July, so hopefully grab another one. Continue to grow the YouTube channel, which only you guys can help me with. I've now passed my birthday in July, so it's now 51 and counting. And just, I'd like to stay healthy and stay injury free. So finishing up here, guys, overall June wasn't my biggest month for distance. Running was down, cycling was down, I was on holiday, I stayed active, I still moved forwards. Perhaps most importantly, I set a brand new Parkrun personal best of 26:44. That alone made June a hugely successful month for myself. So if you're on your own fitness journey, let me know how your month went in the comments below. There's a member of my family who's pushing herself to try and beat me at Parkrun, so I welcome the chase. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more adventures here on Fitter After 50 UK. And if these videos help just one person, it's all worth it. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Okay, take care. Thank you.